Hey everyone, Boss here. Pokemon Fire Red using only one Pikachu is a fun challenge. Link in the description if you want to watch that, by the way. But today we're going to see if I can complete Pokemon Fire Red using only a single Psyduck. Psyduck's stats are pretty rounded, and the level up moves are nothing special. It won't learn a goodish move until level 16, and that's Confusion. But thankfully we've got some good TMs to use, so hopefully with some planning and a bit of luck this won't be too bad. I'm writing the script as I go along, and at this moment in time I don't know if I have or haven't been able to do this, so leave your predictions down in the comments now if you think I'm going to do it or not. Let's go over the rules. I can only use Psyduck in battle, but I can have other Pokemon in the party for HM moves to progress through the story. I can't use items in battle other than Pokeballs to catch HM ones, but items outside of battle and held items are fine. No glitches or exploits. So using the universal Pokemon randomizer, I swapped Squirtle out for Psyduck so my rival would have the strongest Pokemon for me to take on throughout the challenge. I named my Psyduck Donald Duck because he's a duck. And well, Donald's a duck. It was either going to be Donald or Daffy. We win the first rival battle, and after I checked Donald's stats to find out his jolly nature, meaning more speed and less special attack. That's going to hurt later on in the game, since special attack was the only alrightish stat that Psyduck had. I'm going to level up to 16 to learn Confusion before I try and take on Brock. There's no way Donald can beat Geodude and Onix with Scratch. At least with Confusion being special attack, we have a fighting chance at level 16, since Geodude and Onix have low special defense. I'm pretty sure at level 16 we can do this easily. At level 16, we try Brock, and it's smooth. Confusion ripped his team apart, but it was to be expected really, since both his Pokemon have really low special defense. And by the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm trying to keep the blow for blows to a minimum. I noticed after my Pikachu only run I did a lot of blow for blows, and that dragged the video out longer than it should have been. So I'm going to try keeping it shorter and talk more about how it went and what sort of strategies I used. On my way to Cerulean City, I took the Helix Fossil. I thought I'd mention it just in case you was wondering, plus it's a common thing to mention when you're doing a challenge run like this. Once in Cerulean City, I go for the rival 5 fight first, because I don't think Donald's ready to take on Mister just yet, and behind the rival fight is a lot of easy XP. The rival fight goes mostly unlucky, with runs where either Pidgeotto is hitting Donald with Sand Attack, so we're missing Confusion when Bulbasaur comes out, or Bulbasaur will put Donald to sleep and Vine Whip him to 0 HP. But I knew eventually I'd get a lucky run with either a crit or him missing Sleep Powder. After a few more runs we got one where Pidgeotto didn't hit us with Sand Attack before going down to 2 Confusions, and the best luck was with his Bulbasaur missing Sleep Powder and is taken down in 2 Confusions. Abra took 1 Mega Punch and Rattata took 2 Confusions. Misty next, and it goes surprisingly easy. Staryu is taken down in 2 Confusions. I misclick and use Confusion on Starmie instead of Mega Punch, but her Starmie hits back with a Water Pulse and a Swift, which doesn't do much damage to Donald. We keep beating Starmie down with Mega Punch, and in the fight she even used the Super Potion, and Mega Punch still Mike Tyson'd her Starmie down, winning us the battle. I also used Water Pulse TM on Donald to give him his first same type attack stab move. SSN rival fight, and it's a sweep thanks to a very lucky crit on Ivysaur. All his Pokemon go down in 1 hit each, other than Pidgeotto who's taken down in 2 Water Pulses. Suppose that makes up for the last battle I did with him, and that luck probably saved us a lot of time. The Trash Can puzzle took a whopping 30 seconds, that's 2 for 2 fast Trash Can attempts. Surge is the same as the Trash Can puzzle, taking about 30 seconds to do. Water Pulse takes down Voltorb and Pikachu in 1 shots, and Raichu's taken down in 2 Water Pulses, and that went much easier than I expected. I was thinking that would take a few runs to do, but hey ho, I'm not going to complain. I'm sure there's going to be a few walls later on in the challenge. When I get to Celadon, I get enough coins to get Ice Beam. This will help out massively with Lance and his Dragon Pokemon, as well as helping with Flying and Grass Pokemon. The Rocket Underground Giovanni fight now, and it's pretty easy, as you would expect, using Water type moves. Onix and Rhyhorn both go down to 1 Water Pulse each, and Kangaskhan takes 3 Water Pulses. And this time I didn't forget about the Grass Gym, and it goes really easy. Victory Bell survives a Confusion and uses Stun Spore to paralyse Donald. She then uses a Hyper Potion, getting Victory Bell back up to full health, but 1 more Confusion finishes it off. Next out was Tangela, who uses Ingrown, and Ice Beam takes it out. Last up is Vileplume, who hits a Giga Drain. That didn't do much damage and is taken down in 1 Ice Beam. So far the 2 gyms that should have given me the hardest time have been super easy. Donald is a unit, but I've got a feeling the Poison Gym and the Psychic Gym are going to be a lot harder to tackle. But before we worry about that, we have a rival 5-0 fight to do, and it goes nice and easy thanks to Ice Beam, making short work of most of his team. The only Pokemon on his team that took more than one shot was Gyarados, who took 2 Ice Beams, but next up is Koga and his fondness of Toxic. That could, and probably will, be a brick wall for a bit, till we get lucky with Toxic Poisoning. And talking of Koga, it's Koga time, but before I took him on I got the HM for Surf and replaced Water Pulse. But yeah, onto the battle. And it goes like this. Coughing goes down in 1 confusion. Next up is Muck, who loses 1/3 of his HP from confusion and uses Minimize. The next confusion takes it down to Yellow and he uses Toxic and misses, thank God. Donald misses his next confusion and Muck lands a Sludge that does okay damage. 1 more confusion finishes it off. Next was Coughing, who's taken down in 1 shot, and Wheezing out last. And confusion takes it down to half health, and Wheezing hits back with a Sludge, doing a good chunk of damage. 1 more confusion gets us the win. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to do that on the first try. I was super lucky that Toxic didn't hit. The poison luck was real. Silphco rival 5-0 fight goes pretty smooth, but that's thanks to a lucky Razor Leaf missing from Venusaur. Not sure how much damage it would have done. I'm not sure if it would or wouldn't have taken Donald out, but nonetheless this went much smoother than the Pikachu only run. In fact, the whole run's been a lot smoother so far, but yeah, his whole team swept with ease, as you can see on the screen now. Giovanni's a massive sweep. I didn't even heal up after the rival fight, because I wasn't worried about him, since Donald has a nice strong Stab Surf for his team. Next up is Sabrina, who goes much easier than I thought. I didn't even heal up before taking her on, and I was really low on Surf PP, but even that didn't handicap as much. To make this more of a challenge, I really can't get over how well Donald is holding up. The only thing that may slow us down now is Champion Goofy and Lorelei, but we'll have to wait and see. So far all the gyms I thought were going to brick walls haven't. Anyway, Bane was a sweep as you would expect with Stab Surf on a fire gym. Once again, so much easier and smoother than my Pikachu only run. Link in the description if you want to watch that, by the way. Next up is Giovanni, who is also a massive sweep with Surf, 1 shot in his whole team, so there isn't much to recap here, so let's just move on to the rival 5-0 fight and see if he can slow us down like he did in the last run. And the rival fight goes really easy. He didn't even try to attack, he chose to use stat boosts and debuffs, so I still don't know how much damage his Venusaur can do to Donald. But if the final battle goes like this one, we are in for a really easy run. I still can't get over how easy and lucky this run has been so far. So here are my stats before taking on the Elite Four, and using the few rare candies I had. It's pretty even other than speed being pretty high, but that's due to Donald having a jolly nature. But I think this should be able to get us through the run. Put your predictions down in the comments now. If you think I can do this without being level 100, I'm pretty sure we won't have to. We have good moves to cover pretty much all the Pokemon other than Lorelei. And talking of her, here's our first battle, and it goes shocking. I knew she was going to be a brick wall for this run, and a big wall. All of her Pokemon are tanky, and her Slowbro is a straight up dick, using Yawn. And then it's a case of me hoping for it to use Amnesia, but every battle is a chip battle. I'm lucky if I can take Jinx out, but the battle is relying on lucky crits or poor move choices on her half. But as of right now, it's just a case of getting lucky. I'll be keeping the XP from the battles to try and help out, plus I have all the items I need, so I don't need any money. Okay, I have been trying this for a crazy long time now, and it's just not happening. So my choices are level up more, that will make the rest of the run too easy, or go and get leftovers. Each one's going to take a bit of time, since I haven't been catching Pokemon, and I need to catch 30 Pokemon to get the item finder to find leftovers. I chose leftovers over leveling, and it helped a bit. I still get stalled out by Jinx with Lovely Kiss and Attract, and by the time Jinx is down my HP is low, from being chipped down, and Lapras can finish us off with a few body slams. It's crazy just how much I'm struggling with this one battle. I can't think of any TM moves that would help other than Iron Tail, but then it's still a hit or miss if I'm going to land, or still get stalled out. I think I'm just going to have to stick with it until I get a lucky run, with crits or misses. This one run shows how unlucky I've been getting. It goes really well, the best run I've had so far, till I get to Lapras. I managed to hit it once before it uses Confuse Ray, and then its next move is Body Slam. It hits and paralyses Donald. So after that, Donald hits himself 4 times in a row. Yes, 4 times in a row. When we snap out of the confusion, he gets fully paralysed. That was stupid unlucky. The next run, after the super unlucky one, we get it done. The whole battle is just dragged out, with Lorelei's Pokemon putting Donald to sleep, making him fall in love and paralysing him, as well as doing really low damage. But thanks to the luck on Lapras and leftovers, he gets it done. Just. I knew it was going to take a few runs, but not as long as it did. I actually lost count of how many runs it took, as well as how long in real time it took. If I remember right, Donald was below level 80, and is now in his mid 80s. Bruno goes as you would expect really, being swept with ease thanks to Stab Surf, so not a crazy amount to go over here. So let's move on to Agatha. And it goes pretty smooth. We only get hit once by a Gengar Sludge Bomb, which was a good chunk of damage, doing about half a bar of HP. But I think it only did that much damage because Arbok debuffed Donald with a Screech. But other than that one hit, it was nice and easy, and not massively noteworthy. Next is Lance, and Gyarados is the only small issue here, as I need to save Ice Beams, in case I run out mid-battle. So I chip away with one Ice Beam, and a lot of confusions. But once it goes down, the rest of the team is one-shotted by Ice Beam. Last up is Champion Goofy, who opens up with Pidgeot, who survives an Ice Beam with what must have been 1 HP, but gets frozen. On the next turn, Goofy uses a full restore, and Donald hits a confusion, followed by an Ice Beam to finish off Pidgeot. Next up is Venusaur, the only threat on his team, and he uses Solar Beam. But before he can shoot it, he's taken down by 2 Ice Beams. Next is Alakazam. We open up with a Surf that does good damage, taking him down to yellow. He hits back with a Psychic that does massive damage, taking Donald down to half HP. Goofy then uses a full restore, but Donald lands 2 Surfs, taking it down. Next up is Rhydon, who is taken down in 1 Surf. Gyarados comes out. I just have Donald keep using Ice Beam whilst Gyarados keeps hitting back with Dragon Rage and Thrash. Eventually, Ice Beam takes it out. Last up is Arcanine, who is taken down in 1 Surf, meaning yes, I can complete Pokemon Fire Red using only 1 Psyduck. Hey guys, this is after Edit's boss. Literally just finished putting the video together, and these are like the closing out thoughts. And yeah, that was a really easy run. So much smoother than I thought it was going to be. Other than Lorelei, man, she completely... Like, I knew she was going to be bad. I knew she was. I just wasn't expecting like that. That was silly. But nonetheless, it was a fun challenge. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be, so we're going to have to make sure the next one's a little bit harder. If you've got any suggestions for the next challenge, just let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. It helps me out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I also hope you enjoyed like the shorter format. Like, I get the videos about... It's going to be less than 15 minutes. But yeah, let me know if you prefer this shorter format. Would you prefer a longer format? Like, I'm still learning. I want to try and do things the right way and the best way, and I'm still learning as I go along. But in all fairness, the video might have been a bit longer if it went a bit rougher, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it went a lot smoother than I thought, so there wasn't like a massive amount of footage to go over. But yeah, let me know if you prefer these shorter, more to the point videos. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Greatly appreciated, massively helps me out. Like I said, any feedback, put them down in the comment section. Thanks for watching guys, greatly appreciate it. I'll catch you next time. Adios.